Class 7 SOF NSO Electric Currents and its Effects. Question number 1. Mega makes a simple circuit with one bulb and 5 cells. The bulb lights up for an instant and then goes out. Which of the following statements is or are incorrect? 1. Too much electricity had passed through the filament. If 5 cells are replaced by 2 cells, bulb might keep glowing. The wires of the circuit does not get affected due to the heat produced. If 5 cells are connected in a series to a single bulb, the higher voltage drives a large current through the thin filament. The filament overheats, causing the bulb to glow brightly for a moment and then burn out. Therefore, the incorrect option is the third one. Question number 2. The bulb in the given circuit diagram does not glow. Which label part is responsible for this? For the current to flow, we need a closed loop. Electrons leave the negative terminal and then travel through the wire, through the bulb, and must come back to the positive terminal. But in 3, 2 positive terminals are connected together. Then no electric current flows through the circuit. Question number 3. The given diagram shows 5 bulbs connected to 2 dry cells. When one of the bulb is faulty, the other 4 bulbs remain lighted. Which bulb is faulty? In this circuit, bulb 2, 4 and 5 are connected in parallel. That means each bulb has its own separate path to the battery. If 2 or 4 or 5 is faulty, then the remaining 4 bulbs in the circuit will remain lighted. Question number 4. A current is passed through a steel wire, heating it until it turns red. In order to increase the temperature of the wire, when current flows through a steel wire, the wire offers some resistance. This resistance opposes the motion of electrons. As a result, the moving electrons lose energy, which is converted into heat. This phenomena is explained by Joule's law of heating. That is, H is equal to I square RT. According to this law, if the current in the wire increases, the amount of heat produced also increases. Question number 5. In which of the following circuits will the bulb glow the brightest? 2 cells will provide more electrical energy, and this electrical energy used by one bulb will be less than the energy utilized by 2 bulbs. Hence, in the circuit with only 1 bulb and 2 cells, bulb will glow the brightest. Question number 6. Consider the following statements and select the option which is currently identify them as true and false ones. First one. To make a battery of 2 cells, the negative terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of the other cell. This is false. 1 negative and positive should be connected. 2. When the electrical current through the fuse exceeds a certain limit, then the fuse wire breaks and melts. This is true. Third one. An electromagnet does not attract a piece of iron. This is false. Fourth one. An electrical bell has an electromagnet. Yes, this is true. Question number 7. Read the following statements and select the correct option. Statement 1. The magnetic field around a current carrying conductor is due to the flow of electrical current in the wire. Yes, this is true. If more current flows through the wire, stronger will be the magnetic field created around the wire. Yes, this is true. But the second statement is not the correct explanation of the first. Question number 8. Ramesh wants to increase the strength of his electromagnet. Which of the following can he do to make the electromagnet stronger? Each loop in a coil produces its own magnetic field. So when we increase the number of turns, the overall magnetism gets stronger. Similarly, adding more batteries increases the current, which also strengthens the magnetic field. Hence, the magnetic field of a coil is directly proportional to both the number of turns and the current flowing through it. Question number 9. Which coil produces the strongest electromagnetic for a given flow of current? A coil without a core still produces a magnetic field, but since air doesn't concentrate the field effectively, the magnetism remains weak. A coil with copper core also produces a magnetic field, but since copper is non-magnetic, it doesn't help in concentrating or strengthening the field. Less magnetism because wood is a non-magnetic substance. Iron is a ferromagnetic material, so its internal domains align with the coil's magnetic field, which greatly enhances the overall strength of the magnet. Question number 10. Match column 1 with column 2 and select the correct option from the codes given below. The material of the filament of the bulb is tungsten. Electrical source is dry cell. Conductor is tap water. Tap water is a good conductor because it has dissolved salts and minerals, which release ions that allow electricity to flow. Insulator is pure water. Pure water does not contain any ions, so it cannot conduct electricity effectively. Question number 11. When a switch is in off position, which of the following statement is or are correct? 1. Circuit starting from the positive terminal of the cell stops at the switch. This is false. Second, circuit is open. Yes, this is true. Third, no current flows through the circuit. Yes, this is also true. Current flows through the circuit after some time. False. Question number 12. A thick copper wire carries current due north placed parallel to and over a compass needle as shown in the given figure. If the direction of the current is changed from north to south, the needle will turn towards. When the direction of the current in the copper wire changes, the direction of the magnetic field also changes. Initially, the current in the copper wire is along north. The magnetic field deflects the compass needle to the west. Now, if the direction of the current changes to south, then the compass needle will deflect to the east. Question number 13. Element of electrical heater is made of? Nichrome is used in electrical heater because it has high resistivity and high melting point, and also it can be drawn into wires and coils easily. Question number 14. The given figure shows a circuit which contains two identical lamps. When the switch is closed, which of the following statements best describes what happens to lamps P and Q? Before the switch is closed, the current flows through lamp P, then through lamp Q, and then back to the battery. Both lamp P and Q are on because they are receiving current. After the switch is closed, a new low resistance path is created around lamp P. Since current always flows the path of least resistance, almost all the current will flow through the closed switch instead of lamp P. As a result, lamp P will receive almost no current and turns off, and all the current from the battery flows through only lamp Q. So, lamp Q is brighter than before. Question number 15. A negatively charged body is connected to the ground. Which of the following statement is or are correct? When a negatively charged body is connected to the ground, then the excessive electrons flow from the body to the ground, leaving the body neutral. This process is called earthing. Achiever section question number 16. Nisha makes a circuit using three bulbs P, Q and R, a battery and a switch as given in the diagram. What will be the order in which the bulbs will glow after the switch is moved to the on position? They will all glow simultaneously. Achiever section question number 17. Leena sets up an experiment as shown in the given figure. She finds out that steel nail in setup X attracts more iron pins than the steel nail in setup Y. What could be the reason for this? First one, the batteries used in setup X are more expensive. Second one, there are more batteries used in setup X. Third one, the number of turns of coils around the nail in setup Y is fewer than the setup X. Fourth one, a longer wire is used to set up X. We know that the increasing number of turns in a coil increases the overall magnetism. Similarly, adding more batteries increases the current, which further strengthens the magnetic field. Therefore, setup X attracts more iron pins because it has both a higher power supply to batteries and a greater number of coil turns. Achiever section question number 18. Which of the following diagrams correctly represents the pole of the electromagnet? The direction of the current tells you which end of the electromagnet is north or south. The end of the electromagnet coil, where the current appears to flow clockwise, acts as a south pole and vice versa. Given winding End connected to the positive terminal of a battery will act as the south pole and the other end as the north pole. Hence, only diagram 2 is correct. Achiever section question number 19. Observe the 4 electrical circuits. Similar bulbs are used in the 4th circuit. When the switches in the electrical circuit are closed, the bulbs light up. Arrange the circuits according to the brightness of their bulbs in ascending order. First, let us look at a recap of series and parallel circuits before we move on to the question. When batteries are connected in the series, their voltages add up and give higher voltage. So, bulb glows brighter when connected to series connected batteries. Circuit 1 and 4 have series batteries, so their bulb will glow brighter than second and third. Between 1 and 4, circuit 1 has a stronger battery setup, so its bulb will glow the brightest. Comparing circuits 2 and 3, both are parallel batteries. Circuit 3 has stronger battery setup. Therefore, the bulb in circuit 3 glows brighter than the bulb in circuit 2. Hence, the order of brightness is first one is the brightest and the fourth one is a little less brighter. Third one is little more less brighter than fourth and second one will be the dimmest. Achiever section question number 20. 5 lamps and 3 different types of materials are used in the circuit. If L2, L3 and L4 are the only lamps that light up, and which of the following conclusions can be made? Only M1 and M3 are conductors of electricity. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button and turn on post notifications so that you guys never miss out on a video that I upload.